Let's go ahead to our second break. Andrew Yang, future of jobs. I don't know if you guys have seen this. It was pretty interesting. So we're going to dive into that really, really quick. So Andrew Yang was, let me throw up 5 minutes on that. Andrew Yang was on Squawk Box on CNBC, and he was talking basically about the future of work like with AI, right? Following up on Amazon CEO Andy Jassy giving an AI warning. I hear what these CEOs are saying, but Amazon has their AI. They're basically saying, so for me, when I hear Microsoft, Amazon, Netflix, Google, whoever is talking about, how work is going to be with AI, what I really hear is what we're going to be doing at our company. But people thought that there was going to be any more taxis when Uber came around. People thought there wasn't going to be any more horses, that we're just going to get rid of all the horses when cars came around. So I'm a little skeptical, right? But let's put up this is more than 5 minutes, but I'll put a 5-minute timer anyways. And let's watch this, all right? Let's watch this together.
Amazon CEO Andy Jassy says artificial intelligence will lead to a reduction of its corporate workforce eventually over the next few years. He wrote in a memo to employees that they should figure out, in his words, how to get more done with scrappier teams. That's nice. Joining us now, former Democratic presidential candidate Andrew Yang. It's a daunting future we have, Mr. Yang, obviously, and you've been. I said I was at was it a book party that I attended for you?
A book event.
6 years ago, talking about this on the horizon and the need for, maybe even back then, universal basic income. I guess at this point you're thinking, wow, it's accelerating faster than you even thought.
Yeah, it's here even faster than I'd imagined back in 2019 and 2020. And I talked to CEOs who are replacing thousands of customer service workers with AI, entire design departments, even coders are being supplanted. And Becky and I were just talking about how we used to tell our kids, hey, if you major in computer science, you'll be good to go. And now those graduates are having a hard time finding jobs. It's starting to appear in the numbers for recent college graduates and entry-level white-collar work.
If you're a science fiction believer, I was going to ask you whether the whole Luddite chorus that we've heard for 150 years, that it's never actually it's always been better technology long term. Maybe not always, but many times even more jobs are created from the technologies that's being replaced, whether it's internal combustion engines or whatever you want to look at. You would argue this time is different with AI, and then it's not. I mean, then if you, like I said, science fiction, not just displacing us from work, but maybe just displacing us altogether 100 years from now.
Yeah, well, we have to take a lot of those science fiction style scenarios very seriously, Joe, in my opinion. And the most common job in 29 states is still being a truck driver. You have robot trucks just now hitting the highways.
They'll be gone.
Dario Amodei, the CEO of Anthropic, said, look, we're going to automate away a lot of the entry-level white-collar jobs. And he's right, because I talked to executives at these companies who are doing exactly what Andy Jassy is talking about at Amazon, looking around saying, hey, guys, instead of hiring a bunch of 22-year-olds, maybe we should have AI do that work. So I fear for the next generation, because all of the experience that maybe we got in our 20s and 30s, there might not be that kind of ladder available to them.
Look, Andy Jassy said that he wants employees to kind of take advantage and learn how to use AI, learn how to do their jobs better, maybe make things easier. Maybe it takes care of some of the grunt level work you don't like doing, but it allows you to have more space and room to do things creatively. Should we be afraid of that?
Well, what this means in real life, Becky, is you have a department of 6 people, let's say coders or designers, and then you end up eliminating 4 or 5 of them, and then there's one designer coder empowered by AI. So there's going to be a beneficiary in the organization, but you're just not going to need as many people in that department, and that's going to play out over and over again.
Pope had some interesting things, and he's getting involved. Last Pope was big.
So I'll say this, right? Is it like what they're talking about, in my opinion, is a billionaire company's issue, right? It's just billionaire company issues where they're talking about, Amazon might have a team of 6 people and they're going to reduce it. Okay, well, I still see that they're going to need, like other companies, smaller companies, they're still going to need people. And they're going to need people to know how to use AI. So if you work for one of these major companies and you're fearful that you're going to be replaced by AI, you need to start learning AI very, very well right now, because chances are, whatever job you go to next, they're probably not going to have somebody as talented as you. and they're going to want to use AI to do more with less. So they might hire you as a experienced engineer. And the other thing is about what he was saying, right? What Andrew Yang was saying about, they used to tell kids go into computer science and stuff like that. Well, here's the deal. Computer science, number one, it's more of a conceptual major on how, fundamentals and strategies, architecture, stuff like that. You learn how to code in the process, but it's not about learning how to code. It's about learning how to think in the way of systems and stuff like that. But here's the problem, though. At the time that they were telling your children to go into computer science and people can get jobs here and there, like that, right? There weren't all these thousands of people majoring in computer science. There were a few. So now it's a competition. Everything is competition. Now, if you start focusing on AI, on prompt engineering, on large language models, on things like that, there's not that many people doing that. But guess what? In about 5-10 years, there's going to be a bunch of people doing that. So you always have to stay ahead.
Chop, chop, let's go. Come on, get a move on. Back to work, back to work, back to work.
You always have to stay ahead of whatever the trends are, right? So that's like when I hear all this when they're talking on TV about this doom and gloom type stuff, how AI is going to impact jobs. They're talking about how it's going to impact jobs at people who work at Amazon, those 20,000 employee companies. How it's going to impact workers at Microsoft. It'll impact like mid-level companies too, right? But I keep saying there's going to be a boom of opportunities looking to almost like contract work, 1099 work, gig economy type stuff. But for software engineering, people are going to have to be their own bosses, their own entrepreneurs. If you think that you're just going to lay back, I mean, I'm not going to share I'll leave that personal opinion to myself about the whole universal basic income that Andrew Yang is pushing for. But I am not that doom and gloom type person. I am always strategizing, always saying what's next. What do people need? What value we can add into their lives, and then we go from there, right? But that's just me. I'm gonna end that video right there. I hear the doom and gloom that Andrew Yang he's been preaching doom and gloom for a very, very long time. And just because the Amazon CEO and maybe other CEOs say, "Oh, we're gonna have a reduction in the workforce," I see it as all the people who didn't have the opportunities, they get to put their ideas out, their creativity out, and they have access to the people who can help them get their thoughts, their goals, their dreams off the ground. But that's it. That's just my thoughts on it. That is just my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment. Leave me a comment on that in the video. If you're watching the clip, let me know. Let me know. All right. But that's it. Let's do one last segment of work, right? Let's do one last segment of work before we wrap it up for today. All right, we are going to, I never put a timer before, but we might as well put a timer right now. Let's go ahead and do one. You know what? Forget the timer. We didn't do any timers today. We're not doing any timers today, all
right? Every step I took alone, built a kingdom all my own. No more shadows pulling strings. I am light, I am wings.
I walked away, no chains to bind. I left the past, I cleared my mind. The road was rough, the skies were gray, but I broke free, I found my way.
I walked away, I broke the chain, left behind their endless rain. Tried my best to make it fit, but their world wasn't it. Now I'm free, running strong. I won't look back where I don't belong. Left their weight in the fading dust. Freedom's here and I can trust.
Now I'm free, running strong. I won't look back where I don't belong. Left their weight in the fading dust. Freedom's here and I can trust.
Freedom's here and I can trust. Now I'm free, running strong. I won't look back where I don't belong. Left their weight in the fading dust. Freedom's here and I can trust. Their whispers fade like distant songs. I found my voice where I belong. No anchors now, no shadows stay. I face the sun, a brighter day.
They wanted walls, I wanted skies. I couldn't live their tangled lies. Now I'm soaring, winds at play, dancing light in every way.
Now I'm free, running strong. I won't look back where I don't belong. Left their weight in the fading dust. Freedom's here and I can trust.
Now I'm free, running strong. I won't look back where I don't belong. Left their weight in the fading dust. Freedom's here and I can trust.
I'm free, I'm running wild, like the laughter of a child. Free from their weight, I can breathe. This is my time to believe. I'm free, I'm running wild, like the laughter of a child. Free from their weight, I can breathe. This is my time to believe.